Still no word this morning if Whitey Bulger will take the stand at his trial. Yesterday, a retired FBI agent testified about government files on the reputed mobster. They were locked in a fireproof safe. That way, corrupt agents could not leak them to criminals. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman is with us now. Ricky, good morning.
Good morning.
So the defense starts its case.
This week has been the defense case, and it was great to be in the courtroom and see what would happen when the tables were turned. What the defense is doing is putting the FBI on trial. They called Agent Bob Fitzpatrick, known as Fitzy. He was their first witness. He was the guy in charge. He's what they call the ASAC. He's the guy who complained all the way up to Washington about the activities of Conley, saying that Conley was perhaps a little too close to Whitey Bulger, and he wanted Whitey Bulger closed, and no one would close Whitey Bulger out. Problem was, on cross-examination, he looked to be a bit of an exaggerator, that he took a lot of credit. So if you look at the hierarchy, you had Fitzpatrick at the top, maybe going up to headquarters in Washington. Under him, corrupt supervisor John Morris. Under him, corrupt agent FBI agent John Conley, and next to them, Whitey Bulger.
And we still don't know if Whitey Bulger is going to take the stand. What do you think is going into the process as to whether he will testify or not?
Well, I think there are two things happening here. One is, do we think about this trial as a win or lose? If we look at it that way, then we've totally missed the boat. What this is about, I say, is Whitey's legacy. And Whitey either is going to take the stand. What does he have to lose? What happens if he gets questions from the prosecution that want to show that perhaps he was an informant all the way back to the 50s, and he says, I don't want to answer that? Or he looks at you and smiles. What's the judge going to do to him? The judge can't do anything more. So Whitey could be the mastermind by saying, what I want, doesn't matter if I'm found guilty, just let me say my piece. Or he may have seen how Fitzpatrick was pummeled, and other good agents have been pummeled on the witness stand, who are simply there to show the corruption or to show the mishandling of cases by the FBI. And he's writing, writing, writing. He never stops writing. It reminds me of Madame Dufarge and the knitting. So perhaps he's writing a book.
Yeah. How about John Martorano? Will he testify?
John Martorano is due to testify tomorrow morning. I cannot wait to see it because I was not in the courtroom the first time. Martorano has a discrete purpose. Called by the defense, he's the executioner, killed 20 people, got 12 years. Why is he being called? Because, as we have talked about, Whitey Bulger says, I did not kill those two women, Deborah Davis and Deborah Hussey. And what Whitey Bulger wants is for John Martorano to say is that Stevie Flemmi, the rifleman, that Stevie said to Martorano, I strangled Deborah Davis with my bare hands. That will be dramatic, to say the least.
Yeah, you need a scorecard to keep track. Thank you, Ricky Kleeman.